All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I'm down here at the neighbor's Treasure Haven Farm with Ike and Pete, and I love these kind of stories of farmers working with the communities and being successful and that kind of stuff by being alternative or just not mainstream. We are standing in a sunflower field in east central Minnesota, and what are we doing with sunflowers? Like, this is kind of I like this story because when I first heard about this several years ago, it was like, what?
Back in 2012, Ike and Zach, my other boy too, they wanted to grow some sunflowers. We were doing a CSA at the time, community supported agriculture, when you grow vegetables and deliver a box a week to people. And we had chickens and pigs, and for eggs and meat, and they wanted to have an alternative extra protein source for them, so they said, let's grow some sunflowers. And we did that, jumped right in. I think he planted 18 acres first year. After a few years, we planted them down by the intersection where, the crossroads. And that summer, about this time of the year, they were heading out to go bale straw, and suddenly the sunflowers had bloomed, and there was cars on each side of the road, people out there cutting heads, taking pictures.
Can't get through.
You can't get through the road to get to our other fields. So we said we'd never plant next to the road again. It'd put them in the back of the farm so you can kind of control it.
Sure.
So people couldn't be just walking in your fields, because most farmers are a little testy about people just walking in the fields. And what's the difference cutting a sunflower head or cutting a cob of corn off your stalk?
Correct.
It's you're stealing the crop. So then we started getting people requesting to come in and get high school senior pictures.
Oh, sure.
So then after a couple of years, we opened one field up and just took a free will donation. And we just had one field, and sunflowers only bloom for a week to 10 days.
Okay.
So then by the time they told their friends, the season's done. Then people
gone.
wouldn't stop coming and calling and stuff. So then the next year we did two fields, and that we spaced them out a week and a half apart between plantings, and I think we were blooming for like 3 weeks in by the from start to finish.
Sure.
And we had a fair amount of people come out, and then the next year we did 6 fields, and that was 2020.
Okay.
And nobody else had anything to do, so they all came out here, out in the open. So we had quite a crowd that year.
Because people are coming out and they're just having picnics.
They're out,
and
yeah, they had picnics, they had family reunions, 60, 70 people in a group with chairs around. They'd come out and have their family reunion, on the field. We had plenty of space here to have them do it, to do that. They'd take pictures in the fields. Probably 60% of our people that come are Asian.
Okay.
And there must be something in their culture with sunflowers.
Yeah.
Because they come out, they have their native dress, like white dresses and formal dresses, and they have beads on their hats, and they'll make multiple changes of clothes.
Okay.
And come back out and with each change of clothes and take pictures.
Yeah, because you've got a bay and then a bay, and then we can see behind us several.
Yeah,
more.
we have eight fields right now. The different stages. Because then it lasts for well over a month and a half that people come out.
Sure.
Otherwise, you get too crowded if everybody had come out in 1 week or something.
Yeah. Another thing I found funny was years ago, the first time I seen it is people pay you to run on your fields.
Yeah. Well,
I was driving down the road and here's joggers out in their field, and you're like, what on earth are they doing? But you guys hosted a cross-country run?
Well, we do trail races on the farm. We actually did one on Sunday a couple days ago, half marathon.
Yeah.
And we have trails throughout the farm, around the edge of the fields. We started that back in 2010. for the CSA members, but then we opened it up so anybody could sign up and come.
Okay.
And it ended up being the runners signed up for our CSA program.
Oh, sure.
Because most CSA people are probably more healthier people. They want to eat right, and so we decided to do that because all our kids ran cross country in high school.
Okay.
So we had trails started already because we had trails so the kids could train on their own land instead of running down the road.
And the people running and paying you to do the sunflowers, that really doesn't matter what the markets are doing.
That's our own market. You got to create your own market. You can't be waiting, depending on somebody else to tell you what you're going to get paid for something.
And your area here, I'll spin the camera around, because you guys are on that same, behind you is the St. Croix kind of bluff a little bit.
Yeah, it's right in the woods here. I'll spin around.
And so you can see you got a pretty grass field right up along the woods. And so
down here on the woods, it drops about 70 feet.
Yep.
Almost straight down to the creek. Rock Creek is right there.
Oh, okay.
And we have a couple creek overlooks too that people like going and looking over the hill. That's kind of a popular spot too for people to.
Because the people can get down there to see it.
Yeah, they can trim down clean so they can look right down to the creek.
So you get a person out of Minneapolis coming up to see this, and like you say, you got a 70-foot drop to Rock Creek back there. That's got to just be just a make their day. Kind of thing.
And we noticed this when we did the CSA. We had farm days where they could come out and have a picnic and pick some extra produce or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'd get out of their cars up by the buildings and look back this way, and they were just amazed about the open space.
Yes.
Yes. And there's these people that come now too are the same way. It's open there. It's different than downtown Minneapolis or whatever.
You mean we can walk all the way back there and see that?
Yeah.
Like,
some of them drive in and think they just got to drive and stop and look at the sunflowers, but no, you can get out and walk around them and take pictures.
Sure.
It's just they don't understand open space.
No.
I think I've heard one time there's a high percentage of people, like 50% of people in the world or something, never seen a rainbow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, if you're in the city,
how would you?
How would you see it?
Yeah. And then the awesome part is look at all the people that you're bringing out to rural Minnesota to see farming and agriculture, because you got livestock and you got all your other normal farm things going on, and all these literally thousands and thousands of city people each year get to see up close personal what it's really like at a family farm.
Yeah, and we got trails in the woods that they can go for a hike.
Yeah.
And it's different back here than most farms because it's all kind of surrounded by trees and.
Yep.
And we've known it's always had something different here than just square fields.
We'll have to
neighbors' fields next to you and stuff.
We'll have to do a video for Larson Farms and show them what our fields are like.
Yeah.
Where the heck is there chainsaw around here? But we do have a unique geography to our land right here with the creeks and river bluffs and the prehistoric changes.
We're only like what, two and a half miles from the river.
And so we got to work with what we got.
Yep.
You guys have done a fantastic job with it. We
had a neighbor that said, what'd she say? We use all aspects of our farm.
Something. I wish I could use my land like you
guys. Because we have the farm fields. We got the trails in the woods for cross country running. And we do the sunflowers and I don't know. It's
not just relying on one.
We're not relying on one crop or corn and soybeans.
The diversity. Take advantage of the diversity and stuff. And you also do have. Let me spin you around. A little bit of your wife does craft stuff, so you got a little bit of a little craft store here, and then all the parking and flow, and it goes all the way back up to your farmyard. And then you even got more sunflower patches right here on the left.
Yeah, those are the late ones.
For the
They'll bloom probably in September.
okay.
Because we go usually mid-September. And that field there we leave for the wildlife because they don't get ripe. It's too late in the season.
Oh,
The
okay.
seeds won't dry down enough.
So then so then after the sunflower season, then you are coming out and harvesting it, making feed out of it?
Yeah, we
Oh,
make
okay.
feed, or it's the black oil type. We haven't got a press yet, but we might get that someday. But we sell it online, 5, 8, and 12 pounds at a time.
Sure.
Bird seed.
Or bird seed, or people come and get bags of bird seed.
The same people that are paying you to take their picture here are probably coming back later this fall to buy the sunflower.
We sell last year's crop in the gift shop.
Okay.
Too. The 5-pound bags I make up for
Sure.
people want some.
Sure.
And
Just
she's
keep
got a few bird feeders in there too. She sells.
Yeah.
So otherwise she sells mainly shirts and t-shirts and sweatshirts and necklaces and earrings and headbands and little wooden plaques with inspirational sayings on them.
Oh,
she
yeah.
makes herself.
My wife
My wife
loves
does,
them.
Yeah.
She likes that stuff. No, that is super awesome. You love to hear stories like this, and this is kind of your famous year. You've got one of the local news channels out of the cities was here the other day, and you got another event coming up with some of the local news channels, and so it's kind of cool that word is spreading about you guys. Well, I'll just leave it right there. Thank you very much for the tour today, and keep up the good work, and all the best to you guys.
Yeah, thanks.